Hello, this is Danielle Naniwaya, and I'm here bringing you another video. Today's video is going to be regarding Nanishta. Nanishta is comes from the Chahta culture, which is the culture that I descend from. Um, I really wanted to share with you all this information that I found out about Nanishta because I have been looking up Chahta deities, and I really hate the word deities, but for the sake of conversation, we're going to use it. But I like to think of it as like just aspects of nature. And so, as I was going through these deities, Nanishta came up, and so I learned a lot about Nanishta, and I'm going to share it with you all today. Um, it says that Nanishta, also called Chito Kaka, Shelep Chito Ash, and other names. This chief deity of the Chahta pantheon was less active after the initial ages of creation, and his role and identity was in some traditions conflated with that of the sun god as time went on. First, Nanishta created the sun and the moon, the underworld of the grasshopper goddess, and the surface world of the earth. Now, on this article that's online, this is on somebody's WordPress, they're calling it, referring to Nanishta as he and his and him, but really Nanishta is a woman. It's a female energy. She is the cosmic mother, the dark cosmic mother that I I've discussed on my other videos. I talked about the cosmic mother on We Are the Star People video and Revenge of the Cosmic Mother. So you can refer to those two videos to get some insight about the cosmic mother as well. But that's what Nanishta is. She's the dark cosmic mother in the Chahta culture. So I'm going to also go through this a little bit, just to point out some highlights that I got from the information shared about Nanishta. It says that she created the plant and animal life forms, created the water for the ducks, the geese, the fish. She commingled earth and water to form swamplands for the frogs and alligators and put the goddess Aboli in command. It says she created the brothers Chahta and Chickasaw. Should be Chahta and Chickasaw. Choctaw and Chickasaw are the European ways of saying it. So again, when you guys are looking up this information, you kind of have to just filter it. After 70 years of being the only human beings in the underground world, the ageless brothers asked Nanishta for mates so they might multiply like the other life forms. Now, I don't think that the first people that Nanishta created were men, but this is just the what they have on this article. It says Nanishta agreed and used the same yellow clay she had used in creating the other life forms to sculpt the first human women. She gave to each woman a heart more like her own. She gave to each woman a heart more like her own than the hearts she had given to the brothers Chahta and Chickasaw, and warned the men. She warned the men. Hold on, let me highlight that. Warned the men that since women had more tender hearts, they should be treated gently by the men and respected by them. So Nanishta's like, man, you have to highly revere these women and put them on a pedestal, and and it says this is probably why the early Chahta culture was matrilineal. Yes, our Chahta people were and still are a matrilineal and matriarchal people. So I wanted to point that out too. There's something else before I get to the big thing I want to point out about this story. There's some other highlights I want to talk about. Hold on. Brothers. Oh, I like this part here where it talks about the human population. The human population crowded the underworld so much that Nanishta ordered the mass exodus through the earth womb at Naniwaya. So for those of you who don't know, and you know, I actually mentioned this in my We Are the Star People video about how many American Indian tribes talk about how we came from the stars. Like we're basically the star seeds, and we were planted into the ground, and we basically grew in the womb of the earth and sprouted out and came up from the ground. And so the Chahta people believe the same thing, and our people are said to have sprouted up from the ground at Naniwaya, which is where I got, you know, my name from, that I use on social media and YouTube, Danielle Naniwaya, because Naniwaya is a mound. It's in Mississippi, northeast Mississippi, and our people are said to have originated from that mound. We sprouted up from that mound. What else do I want to discuss before I get to the big thing that I want to discuss? Because the big thing I want to discuss is in relation to what I talked about in my Revenge of the Cosmic Mother video. So let's see. Here they come. I'm flood. Okay, here we go. Now this is the big thing that I want to discuss in relation to my my Revenge of the Cosmic Mother video. So this comes from Chahta prophecy. This is Chahta prophecy, which reflects a lot of what's going on right now, and I'm going to read to you what they say about this prophecy. It says, there will come a year when Nanishta, who is the Cosmic Mother, there will come a year when Nanishta prevents summer from coming and allows most of the trees to disappear. Days will become shorter. He will cause the hair of all children to turn white as if from old age. The land will become unfarmable, causing widespread famine. Nanishta will come back down to earth for what is called the third removal. She, they keep saying he, but it's a she will gather all the Chahtas and Chiksas who have not abandoned their heritage and begin leading them towards the mountains, where game animals of all kinds have already been evacuated to. Along the way, the Chahta people will begin crying like so many did on the Trail of Tears long ago. Nanishta will transform those falling tears into a flood that will kill all the other people of the world. The Chahtas, Chiksas, and Chiksas will be safe in the mountains, but everyone else will die trying to reach higher ground. When the flood water my bad, I'm all tongue-tied. When the flood waters subside, the Chahtas and Chiksas will come back down to repopulate the earth while nature heals itself to the point where the land is as lush and green as it was centuries ago. So this is all the stuff that I basically talked about in my my Revenge of the Cosmic Mother video, and the things that me and my elder Deborah, we talk about this all the time. These were messages that were given to both of us as we were just tapping in and meditating and just really listening to the universe. And sorry, y'all, I know this sounds like a vacuum in the background, so excuse the noise in the background, but you know, this is the same thing that me and my elder basically have been talking about and warning people about, and it's just so, I just feel so good just being able coming across this article, because it was just more confirmation as to the things that what I had already knew, and also more confirmation that I'm just stepping into the right path in terms of reviving my culture and reviving, the planet for the Chahta people and for all, American Indian Aboriginal people. This, wow. All I can just say is wow. Like, I mean, all the stuff is happening right now with the COVID-19 virus spreading around. Then you got people like Bill Gates who are trying to block the sun because they know that the earth is heating up, because the earth is trying to purge itself of the actual virus, which is these unnatural peoples and unnatural species and animals that have populated the earth and caused destruction on this planet. Um, you have I've been seeing articles of different areas of the planet flooding, like even here in Michigan. There's an article that I saw regarding Belle Isle. Belle Isle, now people don't know that Belle Isle is an island that's on the Detroit River, so it's right between Detroit and Canada. And they were saying that Belle Isle is actually flooding, and that the Detroit River waters is flooding, the banks. And that's unfortunately that's going to happen around the world. Like my elder was talking about, me and her have been having conversations about how the planet is going to flood. A lot of areas are going to flood. A lot of areas on along the coast and even islands are actually going to be submerged under the water, because water is a healing agent, and the water is going to rise and flood because it's going to wash away all of the impurities. So yeah, now this article is by Glitternight. Glitternight.com is the name of the website. It's through WordPress, and this article is called the top 12 deities in Chahta mythology, and so it talks about a lot of the key deities in the Chahta spiritual pantheon, and I will leave the link. I will leave the link in the description box for you all to look at. But it just gives a lot of good insight to the spiritual deities in the Chahta culture. But yeah, that's really all I wanted to discuss today. I just came across this culture. Not the culture. I just came across this article, and it just gave a lot of good insight and confirmation to what I have already been talking about, the messages that have been coming to me and what I've been sharing with people online. I've really been in the past few days like just saddened by all that's going on, because I know, like, this is what's been told to me, what I've been receiving. Like, I know that there's going to be a lot of our people, including people that we may know and love, and people that we've encountered and interacted with, and there's a lot of people who are not going to make it through these waves of purges that's to come. The things that we're experiencing now, this is only the beginning of what's to come. It's just going to keep getting worse and worse, and people really need to wake up and realize that they need to align with the cosmic mother, align with the true Holy Trinity, which is the great cosmic mother, or the universe. Some people call it the universe. So it's the great cosmic mother, Mama Earth, and all Aboriginal life, which is, us, the Oklahoma, the red people, the red people and the natural animals, not the hybrid animals. And that's another that's another video in itself, talking about all these hybrid species that exist that are causing destruction. But yeah, with that being said, Yakoke, thank you for watching my video. Chapisa la chique. I'll see you later. Peace.